And now, fans, let's meet today's starting lineups. First, for our guest, the Red Hawks of Martin Methodist. Starting at guard, a 5'7" senior from Tuscumbia, Alabama, number 10, Nicole Shirley. At forward, a 6' senior from Monticello, Indiana, number 11, Lauren Prickett. At guard, a 5'9" junior from Dyersburg, Tennessee, number 21, Faith Shiro. At guard, a 5'8" freshman from Lebanon, Tennessee, number 24, Erin Grace Lester. And at forward, a 6'3" senior from Largo, Florida, number 35, Savannah Walker. The Red Hawks. Martin Methodist is led by head coach Billy Evans. And now your University of Pikeville Bears. At guard, a 5'8" junior from Shepherdsville, Kentucky, number 3, Haley Free. At guard, a 5'8" junior from Madeira, Ohio, number 10, Mary Englert. At forward, a 5'9" junior from Williamsburg, Kentucky, number 30, Sierra Feltner. At guard, a 5'8" freshman from Independence, Kentucky, number 32, Morgan Stamper. And at center, a 6'1" senior from Frankfort, Kentucky, number 52, Brianna Burbridge. The Bears. UPIKE is led by head coach Clifton Williams.
Well, Coach, it's good to have the band playing here in the Appalachian Wireless Arena. We've got fans following in behind us as well. We've got the cheerleaders and the dance team like you talked about beforehand. Got both basketball teams, and, you know, everything is done socially distanced in a very safe manner as well, too.
Yeah, I wish we could flip our camera around. You could see all the fans that are kind of behind us here and excited to see their kids play here family-wise, and also some of our students. Pikey the Bear even made an appearance in the house tonight, so there is some normalcy coming back around to the university.
Well, he's just stepping in the center of the circle for the jump ball is going to be Brianna Burbridge and Savannah Walker for the Martin Methodist Red Hawks.
Yeah, I didn't think there were very many people taller than Brianna playing, and the Walker, number 35 Walker here, has got some good size on her.
Yeah, 6'3", senior from Largo, Florida. The jump ball is up. Brianna is going to tip it over to Morgan Stamper, and the Bears going to run a little bit of offense here. Looks like Martin Methodist is going out in the man-to-man defense. Over to Haley Free, over to Morgan Stamper. England running off a cut. Back over to Free. Tough defense there by Martin Methodist. Free puts down a couple of dribbles, looking for Stamper. Nope, she's going to decide to give it to Burbridge. Got 15 on the shot clock over to England. England's going to drive, get to the basket. First shot's up and in. 2 points for Mary England.
You love to see that. Mary is obviously going to have some emotions tonight with her brothers passing, but that's great to see her get a great basket to start with. It looks like the Lady Bears are trying to do a little baseline flex action. They're trying to get some of their posts to rub off the baseline shuffle cuts for baskets, and then got a good open drive for Mary.
So English will be called for her first foul and the team's first foul as well. Bears will come out into a standard man-to-man defense. They play man-to-man quite often. Feltner, Garden, get the number 24.
Great
Gordon
defense
Lester
here by Sierra. She's really dominating the basketball, keeping it in front of us, making it hard for everybody, and went for a steal here. Morgan did on the block and just gave up a chippy there.
Yes, Pickett, that'll be her first basket. We're tied at 2. Feltner's going to drive, get to the free throw line, give it to Burbridge. Get to England running off that screen. Both people go with Burbridge. England going up off the glass, and she's 2 for 2.
Somebody's ready to play.
Yeah, I tell you what,
she's very focused in what she's doing, and it's great. Sometimes if you can get your emotions in check, you know, you can just zone in on what happened on that square. It's some relief to you.
Also, you wonder if that's maybe a couple of plays Coach Williams drew up in the huddle as well.
Absolutely.
Shot goes up for Martin Methodist. Walker trying to rebound. Shots up off the front of the rim, no good. England with the rebound. She's got 4 points in the rebound already, and she's going to be called for the travel. Try to split the double team there. Again, somebody they talking playing with some emotions here early. She got the basketball. She just wanted to go.
Yeah, she was ready to get her fast break started. Still a little bit confused. She had 3 Gardner. I thought there was probably a foul there, but called the walk instead.
Martin Methodist inbounding on the baseline. They'll get over to Walker. Puts down a few dribbles going to Burbridge. Nice move up and under. Yeah, we're tied at 4.
Can't let the post players go to their strong hand. You really got to get them to turn opposite, not let them go to their strong hand, and that's the result when you let them do that. But we're pushing right back at them on the offensive end, and thought that was the right call as well.
Foul's going to be number 21, Faith Shiro. Be her first, team's first.
We've done a great job on her out of bounds underneath. I love this play. Yep, this is a triangle play up top. It's got some good action. Haley's going to screen up here and gives Brianna an opportunity to cut off either way she wants to for a layup here. And we've really been getting this on the pop back. Mary would have continued on. I thought she might have had a bunny.
So Feltner pick up a couple of dribbles down, get to the bucket. Nice move of Feltner, up and under.
Great move to the basket. You love to see that from your guards, getting in those gaps and getting to the rim, and especially the finish at the end.
She does such a good job finishing at the bucket as well, too.
She really keeps her eye on the glass, and if you pop open, she'll find you, too.
See up for Lester. Lester get the pass back over to Shirley. Shirley working against Mary Englert. Got 10 on the shot clock.
Good stand, and we need to close this last 7 seconds out with a stop. Stay vertical here. Oh,
and
okay.
The travel called.
I take that O back. Great job.
Number 1, Taylor McNary will check in for the Red Hawks. She'll replace Lester.
Let's see if Haley can get us in some up-tempo here. With these stops and out of bounds keeps us from running any of our fast break stuff.
And definitely the Bears want to play a little bit more up-tempo pace than what Martin Methodist does. Over to Feltner.
I think that's to our advantage as well.
Feltner try to get to the free throw line, get over to the bucket. She could up and under. We'll call it a jump ball. And it should go over to Martin Methodist. It will. Check it in for the Red Hawks, number 22, Addie Baird.
A little sloppy to start, Gary. Not real smooth either side. I think each one of them are kind of that little bit of a boxing match. Each of them are jabbing a little bit. We need to get some good flow and action going here in just a minute.
Yeah, it's this little, like I said, filling out process right now. Over to Walker. Walker being guarded by Stamper. Over to McNary. Looking inside, got 15 on the shot clock. Working against Feltner. Here comes Walker for one set of screen. Nope, they got double pick action on the inside. Shots up, blocked by Burbage. Nope, they're going to call it on the wrist. That'll be Brianna's first, team's third.
Martin Methodist did a great job there of running some good action. They had some really good up diagonal screens and some baseline cuts and some shuffles. Really hard to guard. They had good continuity, good movement, and found the post player in the block, and she got fouled putting it up.
Pickett makes the first free throw. She comes in the season shooting 46% from the free throw line. That's her first basket of the day.
Well, right on course. That should be a rebound for us, and we didn't block out. Give up a second shot. Those are coach's heartburn right there.
Pickett tries to go for the up and under. No good. Off the glass, and Brianna Burbage will pick up the rebound over to Englert, over to Feltner. She'll drive to the basket, over to Stamper. Stamper drive to the basket. Got some contact. We're going to call it travel.
Yeah, I think our Stripes have found the travel call. They're liking that call today on the Saturday.
A lot more than normally you would have.
And I'm not so sure they're not right.
No.
Most of them have been spot on.
Also, a big shout out to our cameraman today, Luke Lehue.
From the top angle, 6'9" cameraman.
Over to Pickett. Pickett's going to hand it off. Shots up and good. It's Nicole Shirley.
Very impressed early with Martin Methodist's movement on offense. They do a good job of never standing and cutting and doing a good job sharing the basketball so far.
And like you talked about so far, they've limited the Bears in 0 fast break attempts so far. Stamper's 3 out of the corner off the side of the rim. Rebounded by Englert. Her 3 is up off the back of the rim. Rebounded by McNary. She's going to push. Bears get back defensively. Englert, nice closeout defense. Shots off the front of the rim, no good. McNary tries to throw it off Englert, unable to do so. Englert get the rebound, gets it over to Free. Free's going to push. She got Feltner to her right, Stamper to her left. She will hold up, give to Free. Free's jumper is good. Great. Bears leading this one 8-7.
Great mid-range jump shot, good ball movement, touched the side, came right back to the middle. Haley stepped right into it. It just looked like practice every day. That was great.
Shirley gets on a couple of dribbles. She gets over to Baird. Baird back over to McNary. Got 15 on the shot clock.
Lady Bears still sticking with their man-to-man here.
I think Martin Methodist is very deliberate on offense. Over to Walker. Walker jumper off the side of the rim. Stanford gets a rebound. It's over to Feltner. Feltner's going to push. She's going to hold up and give Stanford the free throw line. And I believe we're going to have Pickett for the reach-in foul, which will be her first, team's second.
Last 2 possessions, we've been able to get a missed shot, and then we went up and got the defensive rebound that's led to our fast break. They're at the beginning, we were giving them as many shots as they wanted, and think we have secured those rebounds. It'll help our transition quite a bit.
So Cheryl will check back in for Martin Methodist, and A.J. Reed will make her first appearance of the day, replacing Haley Free for the Bears. 22 on the shot clock. UPIKE winning this one 8-7. Englert's pass is stolen by McNary. 3-on-1 break from Martin Methodist. Pickett goes up left-handed. Nice fundamental basketball off the glass. Martin Methodist leading this one 9-8. Pickett's got 5.
Yeah, you hate to see turnovers at any time, but certainly turnovers to start a fast break are tough to recover from.
Feltner over to Stamper. Stamper over to Burbridge. Good for Brianna to start get going here.
A little confused on her offense here.
You got Walker who knocks the basketball away from Reed. Only got 10 on the shot clock. Now it's down to 5.
Oh.
And they're going to get, I believe, that's going to be Nicole Shirley. It'll be her second for her first foul. Team's third.
It appears that the Martin Methodist staff was not happy about her making that foul.
Welcome back. 4:31 to go here in the first quarter. Martin Methodist leading this one 9-8 so far. Still kind of in that boxing match you talked about, Coach Wells. Still kind of figuring things out. UPIKE wants to play more up and down pace. Martin Methodist is very deliberate on offensive end, and right now in the first 5.5 minutes of the ball game, it's been more deliberate walking up and down the floor.
Yeah, they've done a really good job being patient offensively, but taking advantage of their opportunities in transition if we have a turnover. But we're still working on our pace, trying to get it sped up. Sometimes it takes a little bit of time to get that, and it all starts with your defensive rebounding. If we'll start defending and getting those rebounds, then we have those opportunities to get back into our pace we want.
Shooting the basketball well, UPIKE's 4 of 6 from the floor, 66%. A.J. Reed will throw it in on the side. Gets over to Feltner. So here Hollier will check in for the Bears. Feltner tries to get to the
drift.
Gets over to Englert. Englert's corner three from the corner, off the side of the rim, Pickett with a rebound. So he's going to push. Passes over to Lester. Lester back over to McNary. McNary tries to find Pickett on the inside. Left-handed shots up. They're going to call her for a travel violation. Nice defense by A.J. Reed hustling back.
Yeah, it seems like we had a problem there on matchups. A.J. should not be guarding their 4 or 5 person in transition or at any time, really, unless it's a switch. So we've got to get that ironed out. Sierra
Feltner will be running the point here for the Bears. You got Feltner, Stamper, Hollier, and Reed and Englert on the floor for the Bears right now. Gets down a couple of dribbles to the side. Notice he's going to kick it back over into Morgan Stamper. Nice post position. Shots up off the front of the rim. Pickett comes off rebound. Gets over to McNary. She's going to push it down.
That was a missed opportunity. Morgan did a great job of sealing her girl right under the basket. Just short-armed her hook shot coming in. That was a great post-up, great feed, everything but the finish.
Again, Martin Methodist slowing it down. Let's put down a couple of dribbles. Down to 10 on the shot clock. Sherrow, step back. Nope, she's going to get back over to Lester. Lester, 5 on the shot clock, working against Englert. Nice solid defense off the glass. No good. Hollier can rebound over to Feltner. They're going to try to push. Englert's going to put down a couple of dribbles. Gets across half court over to Stamper. Stamper over to Reed. Reed has Englert. Missed her, though. Feltner's going to the free throw line. Pass over to Reed. Reed's 3. Shots up, and going to call a 3-second violation. Shot's good. It's not going to count, though.
Yeah, that was a good look, and Mary was open under the basket. Just happened to be a little bit longer than 3 seconds while she was standing there. We missed her a couple times and ended up getting a 3-second call. But on the defensive end, a great stop. Got late shot clock, got the rebound, got a chance to run her offense. So if we'll stick with that plan, I think we'll be in good shape.
Pick it over McNary. Over to Sherrow. She's going to the baseline jumper. Nice fadeaway jumper over Stamper. That's good.
Yeah, really skilled offensive player. And again, she wears my favorite number there, 21.
It's her first basket of the day, 11-8 Martin Methodist. Feltner's dribbling the ball around the top of the key here, trying to set the offense up. Got 15 on the shot clock. Feltner picks up a dribble, needs help. Stamper, Cutter, Zaire, Hollier. Nice athletic play, up off the glass, good.
Great backdoor read from Z. Great pass there by Morgan. Really good execution of our offense. And those fans that are at home are running a little bit of diagonal double screening, and it looked really good. Actually, both teams are doing the exact same play on both ends of the floor.
11-10 Martin Methodist. Gets over to Sherrow. Her 3 is up off the side of the rim, no good. Rebound by Lester, gets over McNary. They're going to reset the offense. Being guarded by Feltner.
Yep, both teams are running this exact same play back at each other. Box set, diagonal, post screen, then a double down for a shooter.
That's Walker. She could give her 4 on the afternoon. 13-10 Martin Methodist.
Here's our version of it. Diagonal screen to a double down for shooter coming up top.
Englert, 3, shots up off the front of the rim. Pickett with a nice rebound for Martin Methodist. She's a nice player. It's over to Lester. Pulls up, gets to the Shero. Her 3 is up. Rattles around the rim, no good. Stamper coming to rebound.
Not bashful at all. A quick trigger.
They're starting to run a little bit now. Feltner, free throw line over to Hollier. Hollier's going to, shot's going to be up. No good, but I think she's going to be fouled by Pickett.
Looks like we've got a pretty good advantage there one-on-one.
That'd be Pickett's second foul, team's 4th. So you have number 31, Rachel Baker, and Jones checking in, along with trying to see who checked in for the Bears, or Bailey Frazier checked in for the Bears.
Bailey and Parker checked in.
Holler's first trip to the line today.
No, it's just Parker.
Holler doesn't miss the first shot. She's 1 of 4 from the free throw line coming today. I guess Free will be checking in here for Holler if she makes the free throw. Second shot rattles in. Give her 3 on the afternoon. Oh, she's going to check in for Feltner. 13-11 with 1:16 to go here in the first quarter. McNary will dribble the basketball down the floor for the Red Hawks. Look for the post. A lot of screening action. A lot of cuts to the basket as well. You can call a 3-second violation as well. Maybe the first 2 3-second violations I've seen all year, Coach, happen in the same quarter.
That might be the most 3-second calls I've had in 10 years of basketball I've seen. Didn't even know that was still in the rule book, to be frank with you.
Just a couple of minutes apart. Haley Free bringing the basketball down against for the Bears. Under 1 minute to play here in the first quarter. Over to Stamper. Stamper puts down a couple of dribbles, gets over to Hollier. Hollier's fadeaway jumper off the front of the rim. No good. McNary, nice rebound for the Red Hawks.
They do a good job off of missed shots of taking opportunities at the basket on the drives here, and hadn't capitalized on it, thankfully.
3's off, and I think it'll be a travel violation. I'll tell you what, if we can add up the number of walks and along with 3-second violations, maybe the most I've seen all year.
It's been a little strange, and if our officials needed help, it looked like our girls on the bench were there to assist on that walk call. Got a 3-second differential between the shot clock and the game clock, with 20 on the shot clock for the Bears. Big possession here as the shot clock and game clock are both running down here. Over to Parker. Got a 4-second difference, so you got to decide how late you want to go in this. Reed's 3 from the corner. Up, off the side of the rim, no good. Rebounded by Free. Tries to throw back inbounds to Holler. It's picked off of McNary. She's a one-person fast break. Oh. Interrupted dribble, no walk call. Off the side of the rim, rebounded by Julia Parker, and that's going to end the first quarter. So after 1 quarter of play, Martin Methodist leads this one 13-11. Yeah, that makes it difficult there at the end on that last play. You got a 4-second differential trying to figure out what you want to do on that. Welcome back to Appalachian Wireless Ring. After 1 period of play, Martin Methodist leading this one 13-11. First quarter stats for you. University of Pikeville, 5 of 12 from the floor, 41%, 0 of 2 from deep, 1 of 2 from the free throw line. They got 8 rebounds, 6 defensive, 2 offensive. For Martin Methodist, 6 of 15 from the floor, 40%, 0 of 2 from deep, 1 of 2 from the free throw line as well. And they have 9 rebounds, 5 offensive and 5 defensive and 4 offensive. Both teams have turned it over 5 times in that first quarter. Martin Methodist picked up 2 steals. So after 1 quarter of play, Coach, Martin Methodist leading this one 13-11. Yeah, a lot of similarities on the stats there. Neither team shooting it at all from the three-point line, but very decent field goal percentages, and neither one really getting to the free throw line. So it's still, I would say we're still in the filling out process a little bit leading into the second quarter here. Parker over to Free. Free puts down a few dribbles. She gets over to Parker. Parker looks, no, she's going to call for the travel violation. Unofficial count, I believe that's 6 walk calls. That's a lot. That's. I think they're getting into a routine on the walk call. McNary brings the basketball down the floor.
McNary looking for the post action. Couple of dribbles there by Lester. She gets back over to McNary.
Martin does a really good job with their motion offense. A lot of slice cuts, diagonals, and a lot of double downs. Here's their slice double. We've not done a great job of getting off to the basketball, making it pretty easy for them in there.
Holly's going to be fighting for the rebound. It's on the floor. Martin Methodist is going to get it, and they'll reset the shot clock to 20.
Those are ones you just hate to see. A 50-50 ball laying on the floor, you want to win all of those, and they call them 50-50 for a reason, but I was never a big fan of that percentage.
Shots up, no good. Rebounded by A.J. Reed. She's going to push for the Bears. She's going to go all the way to the rim. They never do stop her.
Great job by A.J. in the restricted arc. That's automatic. Great drive by her, and starting to get back to our pace there. That was good.
I don't know if they indicated who the foul is. On 33. I'm sorry, that's Haley Jones. Be her first. Surprised they're letting the subs come in. It should be a 2-shot violation. Multiple subs. We'll get to the Bear subs. Fatma Allnett will check in for the Bears. She replaces Zalia Hollier. Reed will shoot 2 shots. First one is short.
A little short on that one. It looked like she fell off the line backwards a little bit. She's a very good free throw shooter.
91% on the season.
That was a rare miss for her.
Second shot's up, and that's good. That's the A.J. Reed we used to see from the free throw line.
Barely even hit the net coming through there.
Pass over to Shirley. She's going to put a couple of dribbles down. Going to guard by Parker. Pass in to Walker. Shots up off the front rim, no good. I think it's Pickett with another rebound. I tell you, they're starting to dominate the offensive glass right now. Pickett, the shots up and good.
Yeah, give them 4 opportunities on that trip. That's not a recipe for success. We've got to do a better job of, 1, creating a tougher shot, and 2, getting on the defensive glass.
Pickett's got 7. A.J. Reed got the basketball for the Bears. Gets over to Free. Free over to look for Parker to have on net. Back over to Free. 10 on the shot clock. Over to Reed. She's on a couple of dribbles. She can work against her defender over to Burbridge. Burbridge with shots up, blocked by Walker. She gets a rebound. The second shot's up and off the glass, no good. Martin Methodist gets a rebound.
Yeah, good attempts at the rim there. Those are the ones you want. We just didn't capitalize on that one, but that's a good idea.
Lester's going to be pushing it down. Pickett, her shot's up. It's good. Give her 9. They're getting a mismatch there. She had against A.J. Reed there.
Somehow we're getting caught up in a switch, and AJ's getting stuck on their post player, and she's really a good post player too. She's finishing around the rim and rebounding really well. We got to get that fixed.
Pickett's got 2 fouls. I'm kind of surprised to put her back in the game, but I see how important she is on the glass and also offensively for the Red Hawks. Over to Free on the side. She's gone for Burbridge, comes hit her a screen. And she's going to drive to the basket. Over to A.J. Reed. Reed swings a nice pass over to Julia Parker. Her 3 is up. Bottom of the net, good.
Great job right there. That touched both sides of the floor. Great reversal to your open shooter. We turned down a good shot for a great shot. That was great possession.
Give Parker 3 on the afternoon, and A.J. Reed will knock it out of bounds. And number 22, Baird, will check back in the game for the Red Hawks. That was the first made 3-point basket by either team today.
Yeah, we have not set it on fire from here, but Martin Methodist really hadn't tried to shoot many threes. They've tried to go in the post most of the time, but that's a big part of what we do. We've got to make some threes to be successful. We're getting caught up on this double down screen. We've got to work on our execution of that. We're caboosing that, and we're late to that screen and not showing on that second one. It's giving them a wide open shot or a layup every time.
Cheryl's got 4. 19-15 Martin Methodist. Free bring the basketball down here for the Bears. Gets over to Reed. Reed to Julia Parker. Nope. She turned down that pass. She's going to try to get to the basket, and I believe they're going to continuation. They're going to count it.
AJ's giving us a great lift here coming in off the bench, and she's really stepped up coming off the bench there and giving us a great firepower coming off the wood there.
Foul on Lester, her first team second here in the second quarter.
You know, I think we probably took a little bit light of this. We've been off for a while. We haven't played in a while and canceled a couple games, and I think that really gets you out of your rhythm, especially as the good rhythm we were playing in. So hopefully by second half we'll get ourselves back into our zone again.
Walker's layup going off front of the rim. Burbridge will pick up the rebound, and Reed's going to push.
True.
And I believe it's going to be on number 22.
AJ's done a good job of forcing tempo and getting the ball where it needs to be and taking care of it when she gets down there. It's been a great pickup for us.
Be on Addie Barrett, her first, team's third. McNary checked back in for the Red Hawks along with Nicole Shirley.
It's be a good time to try to get one in the post to get another foul on their post game. There she slipped. A little ball screen work. I think that's what we're trying to get to.
Going double free on top. She's going to try to swing it. She's unable to do so. Nice defense by the Redhawks over to Parker. Parker fakes a three over to Haley Free. Got 10 on the shot clock. A lot of action going on in the paint. No call. Freeze layups off the side of the rim. No good. Burbridge. She's done so well. She's made a career out of that.
That's Bree at her best right there. That's what she does. She goes and gets that offensive rebound better than most.
Her first basket of the afternoon. It's tied at 19. Bears on a little 4-0 run.
We've done a good job of fighting our way back here. Let's see if we can't get us a good stop.
McNary being guarded by Reed. Shiro comes around the pick. Nice free throw line jumper. Give her 6.
Yeah, they're working that double down screen after the diagonal, and they're really exposing our ball screen defense.
Shiro coming in the game averaging 14. She's already got 6 here in the first half. Haley Free calling out the offense. Parker runs off a couple of screens. Reed fake like she can go to the corner. Now we've got 12 on the shot clock over all net. Back to Free. Free to Reed. Reed long range jumper. No good. Burbridge with rebound. Layup a good.
Great pass by A.J. Reed right there to Bree in the post.
Last 2 possessions for Brianna Burbridge. 4 points, 2 rebounds. Nice shot. Believe that's going to be a foul on all net. That'll be her first, team's first here in the second quarter.
Poor job of picking up the ball in transition. You really got to communicate. We had people around her there, and nobody ever stopped the ball. And try to stress to your players, there's only one person on the floor that gets a basket, and that's the one with the ball. And they let the ball get in the paint and get to the rim way too easy right there.
So Englert and Feltner will check back in for the back. Shirley will go to the line shooting 2 shots.
We've done a good job fighting back. 21-21 here at 5 minutes to go in the second quarter.
Shirley 72% on the season. Makes her first. Give her 3 on the afternoon. She'll have 1 more coming. 5:07 to go here in the second quarter. Second shot's up and good.
Both teams still in the low to mid 40s from the field, and not real good three-point shooting so far. 1 for 4 for the Bears and 0 for 3 for Martin Methodist.
And number 15, Cunningham, checks in. Gets over to Burbridge. Burbridge gets over to all net. Over to Parker. Parker sets her feet, squares her shoulders. 3-point up off the front of the rim. No good. All net. Nice job hustling for the rebound. Gets over to Burbridge. Engler's going to drive to the basket. Her layup's off the glass. No good. Nice rebound in there, and I believe we'll get all net. Slap on the wrist.
Yeah, she's trying to play physical in there. She's doing a good job of it. That one you kind of got to let go and get on down the floor, but she's really doing a good job of being physical with their post players in there. And I think Mary, one more dribble, maybe going to the basket right there. Great move. Just didn't get the finish on that one.
So we're on that team second in the second quarter. We're going to have a media timeout. With 4:43 go in the second quarter, Martin Methodist leading this one, 23-21. Welcome back to the Appalachian Wireless Arena. 4:43 to go here in the second quarter. Martin Methodist leading this one 23-21. Here in the last couple of trips down the floor here, Coach. Brianna Burbridge starting to impose her will a little bit. A couple rebounds and a couple of baskets as well.
Yeah, Bree's being Bree. We need her to step up right now. So her and AJ kind of got to lead the charge a little bit in what we're trying to do. We got some substitutions coming out of the timeout. I'd love to see us maybe mix up a little something defensively, at least our coverage on. They've really been doing a good job executing this box set that they're running with the diagonals, double screen, and we haven't adjusted too well to it. So hopefully we've made some adjustments in timeout here, and we'll get us a great stop.
So Pickett checked out during that timeout for the Redhawks as well to try and protect her with 2 fouls.
A lot better job there. That's the first time we've handled that double down screen well, and Bailey Frazier is the person who did it. That was awesome, and great play at the rim, got a great block, and we didn't retain possession, but here we're back on defense with a limited shot clock.
16 to go on a shot clock. McNary to throw it in for the Redhawks on the baseline. Well, they're running a little double stack action. A couple of screens over, trying to get into Cunningham, unable to do so. Baker shots up off the back of the rim, no good. Frazier and Burbridge will corral. Burbridge will get it. Gets over to Englert. Englert.
Bree's been getting about every rebound out here in the last 4 or 5 minutes.
Over to Frazier, over to Feltner. Feltner holds it up, gets over to Englert. Englert's three, shots up and off the front of the rim, no good. Feltner will get the rebound. The shot clock will reset to 20. Gets into Burbridge. A lot of contact, or no call though. Baker gets it over to Cunningham. She's going to push. Bears do a good job of getting back on defense. Englert, McNary into the rim, all net, and tried to cut her off, unable to do so. That's McNary's first basket. Martin Methodist lead this one 25-21.
To have so many walk calls, I thought they missed one there on the wing going to that one. They got themselves out of rhythm. Maybe we'll play some basketball now.
Feltner over to Burbridge. Burbridge over to Englert. Englert's going to work around the screen. Then there's
Spoke too soon.
Spoke too soon. Yeah, I thought they may got it out of the system as well, but it wasn't quite for sure. The ball. McNary bringing down, working against Feltner. She get up to Sherrow. Guarded by Englert. Back over to Baker. McNary. Got 15 on the shot clock. Looking at Baker on the inside. They give her the touch in there, and they're going to call her for the walk violation.
This is becoming hard to even watch. They've called so many walks. What's that, a running total of 9?
It's 9 walk violations. That is, you talk about trying to get a rhythm in a basketball game. It's hard when you have so many walking violations. Feltner put down a couple of dribbles. Gives it to Englert. Englert dribbles, gets to the basket, gets into all net, passes a little too high, goes out of bounds. It'll be Martin Methodist basketball.
Not a bad look. Delivery wasn't perfect, but really the last 2 possessions we got really good movement. I felt good about it. We just hadn't converted the basket at the rim, but certainly I thought our movement was much better those last 2 possessions.
Really looks like Coach Williams is really trying to get the post action going and trying to take advantage of size in there, I believe.
I think so, and we're just not nailing the pass into the post. They've both been open. We just haven't nailed it just perfect. But watch this right here. Bree is one of the best poker at this basketball and go and get it. That time she used her foot, but she is really, really good at poking that out of there and going and get a layup. She's really, really good at it.
She gives them game averaging 2.5 steals per ball game. And as a center, you don't typically see your center, especially when they press. She's usually at the top of the press.
Yeah,
and you don't see it. It's not very often you see the center.
No, and her long arms, long legs, and her great IQ, she does a great job of getting on that basketball.
So McNary will throw it in for the Red Hawks. 21 on the shot clock. Gets over to Baker. Back over to McNary, being guarded by Feltner. On net, Baker being very physical on the inside.
We're doing a lot better job of not letting ourselves be screened right here. A lot better.
Sherrill drive, 5 on the shot clock, fadeaway jumper, give her 8.
Pretty smooth offensive player. She's you can just tell she's got a good skill set.
Frazier will push it up for the Lady Bear for the Bears. Over to all net. Picks up her dribble, gets it over to Englert. Englert in the corner. She's going to drive to the basket. Hook shots up off the side of the rim, no good. Sherrill gets a rebound for the Red Hawks. Going to give it to McNary. She's going to push. Cunningham, I believe I missed that walk there too. Her shot's up off the front of the room, no good. Burbridge coming in rebound. Englert's going to push. Don't have numbers, but she's going to drive all the way to the basket. Layups off the glass and good.
Great drive by Mary there, great finish. That's the first finish in the last 4 or 5 possessions for the Lady Bears, so that was a good one. We needed to break that ice.
Give Englert 6.
We've been stuck on that 21 for a while.
Over to Cunningham, over to McNary. Walker and Pickett will check in for the Red Hawks at the next dead ball. Looking, trying to get that post action over to Sherrill at the free throw line. I find something that's working right there, Coach. It gives her 10 here in the first half.
Yeah, she's pretty smooth there in that high post, that mid-range free throw area. She's really done a good job of getting herself in that position and getting into her sweet spot, and we've not done a good job of taking it away from her.
Feltner working off a pitch from Burbridge. Over to Allnett. Back over to Engler. Engler's going to drive all the way to the basket. She's blocked by Baker. The Red Hawks are going to push over to Baker. Back to Shiro. Cunningham shots up. It's blocked. Burbridge come up with it. Over to Engler. Engler's going to push. McNary will steal it. Frazier gets on the floor, and I think she'll get the timeout.
Great hustle by Bailey on that to get on the floor and get us a good timeout. We needed to regroup and reset for a second here.
This is a 30-second timeout. We'll leave it here. We'll stay here with the action here with the 30-second timeout. So 1 minute to go here in the first half. Martin Methodist leading this one 29-23. I tell you, it's scored, and it's been a struggle for both teams so far, Coach. I think this is the pace that Martin Methodist, they come in the game averaging 62 points per ball game, right on their average. And, of course, UPIKE in the game averaging 72. They want to play a little bit quicker pace, but definitely the game is going to slow down by a couple of different reasons. You know, whether walking violation, the rhythm of the game from the official, but also just from what Martin Methodist is doing. They get in the basketball, they're running down to 5 on the shot clock before they're shooting the basketball as well.
Yeah, they've really controlled tempo really good, and we've also turned it over 9 times in the first half. That's the glaring stat, and you know our percentage, we're 38% from the field, which isn't ideal, and then you're shooting 16 from the 3 and 40% from the free throw line. So it goes to tell you a lot of things change when you make a basket or two. So hopefully we'll get us a good possession here. Got the ball on the side out of bounds here, and hopefully we'll be able to get us a good bucket, get rolling a little bit here at the last minute of this quarter.
So at 23 on the shot clock, Parker will inbound it to, throwing in bounds for the Bears on the sideline, gets into Feltner.
And Martin's done a good job of really denying our entry passes. They've done a good job of getting on the line, and they're good at switching out in the passing lanes, not just to switch to be lazy. And it's caused us a little bit of trouble in the first half.
Feltner's going to drive, get a free throw line. Her jumper off the front of the rim falls in.
That had to flip up on the top of the rim. I didn't know it was above the rim, but that was a good make. We needed it, and so now we're moving back on defense here. 40 seconds. Need a big stop here to close the quarter down.
Give Feltner 4.
All right, there's one for us. That's 3 big plays by Bailey Frazier coming into the game off the bench.
We're going to have a substitution here for the Red Hawks. Nicole Shirley will check back in, and she'll replace Lester.
I'd love to see us try to go in at I think they're getting ready to take her out. They're keeping her in. I'd love to go to Morgan Stamper right here in the post and see if we couldn't get a third foul going into the half.
I'm surprised Pickett's still on the floor, Coach, with 30 on the game clock. Got 25 on the shot clock.
And on defense, really surprised. And we went right at her, got us a layup. Good.
Give Burbage 6.
Great job. Great closer. Now you got to get a stop here.
Shot clock's off.
Take a charge right here, Morgan. See what you can do.
Over to Walker. Walker is a walking violation. I believe that's double figures, Coach. And now Baker will check in. I'd say she'll check in for Pickett if I would not be shocked. No, she can check in for Walker.
10 seconds. It's plenty of time to get you a good shot. Coach Williams, I know, has got something drawn up right here to go to at this end of the quarter.
Stanford gets into Feltner. Got down to 8. Going to pick from Parker. 5 on the shot on the game clock. Screen. Feltner shot offside the rim, no good. Shiro's half-court heaves off the front rim, no good. We go to halftime, 29-27. Martin Methodist winning this one. We'll get to a few commercial breaks. We'll come back to have some halftime stats and a halftime interview. We're ready for second half action. Martin Methodist will have the first possession of the second half. And for the Bears, you have Feltner, Englert, Stamper, Burbridge, and Free. Yeah, so they're going to.
I was trying to figure out sort of what the delay was there. It was
had a little mix-up. They had the clock running before the game actually started. So inbounding to Pickett, over to Lester. Put down a couple of dribbles. He's looking. Being guarded by Feltner. Nice job defense by Feltner. He gets into the paint. Layup off the front of the rim. No good. Burbridge picks up her 10th rebound of the game. She gets it over to Feltner, who's going to push. Has Free on her left. Lobs up to Free. Gathers herself up and in. Give Haley Free 4.
Transition bucket starting off for the Bears here in quarter number 3.
So we're tied at 29. Gets over to Baker. Over to Shiro. Shiro's free throw line jumper, no good. Rachel Baker with the rebound, gets over to Pickett. Pickett shots up and good, give her 11.
Give Baker credit that time. She set the high screen and initially just charged in there for that offensive rebound.
31-29, Martin Methodist leading this one. Pass over to Stanford. Stanford back to Feltner. Stanford had Pickett beat to the bucket. Feltner couldn't find her. Back over to Englert. Englert, ball stolen by her. Nope. Yeah, it is. It's going to be stolen by Lester. She's going to attack. Freeze back. Freeze defensively goes up. Going to be called for the foul. Be her team's first here in the third period. I think Lester should be going to line shooting 2 shots.
Not necessarily a bad foul by Haley Free right there. She didn't give up the layup and going to make, that's number 24, Lester, earn it from the charity stripe.
And she's 5 of 12 from the free throw line on the season, shooting 41%. Of course, nothing malicious about the foul. She went for the basketball.
Right.
It was just a common foul.
Well, that's sort of what you teach. You know, you don't want to give easy layups. Now, obviously, if, she had 3 or 4 fouls maybe just let her lay it in so you don't get in deeper foul trouble. But
32-29, Martin Methodist leading this one. Lester makes the first. That's her first point of the afternoon. She'll have one more. Steps away from free throw line, then steps up, puts down a couple of dribbles, bends the knees, holds the release off the side of the rim. Battle for it, and Feltner comes up with it.
Nearly another offensive rebound off a free throw for Martin Methodist. I heard Coach Wells talk about that earlier.
Engler picked up her dribble, and they're going to be called for a 5-second violation. We had an unofficial count there. Coach Wells had us at 10 walking violations in that first half, and that's a 5-second violation. We've had two 3-second violations, 10 walks, and long now with a 5-second violation.
And a partridge in a pear tree, the way it's going.
Feltner with a steal. She's going to get it over to Stamper. Stamper's going to hold it up, get back over to Free. You're going to have Engler at the quarter, couldn't find her. She's going to drive to the basket all the way to the hoop, off the glass, off the front rim, no good. Stamper, nice job with the offensive board, off the glass, no good. Burbridge with her 11th rebound. Basket give her 8 on the afternoon. And she'll have one shot.
I'm really impressed by Brianna Burbridge, just always around the basketball. 10, 11 rebounds here already in the basketball game. And she's definitely a force to be reckoned with, not only this afternoon, but every game she plays here in the Mid-South Conference.
So Walker will check in for Jones, and then McNary will check in for Lester. And Burbridge will have one shot. Opportunity to tie the ball game. Bends her knees, holds the release. That's good, and we're tied to 32.
Good-looking free throw there from that young lady.
Looks like the Bears going to try to pick up a little full-court press, but the Martin Methodist Redhawks beat them down quickly for a basketball. Walker give her 6 on the afternoon.
Walker doing a good job just running to the front of the rim and receiving the pass and laying it in.
Pick it with a steal over to McNary. McNary goes all the way coast to coast to layup. Rolls around the rim, no good. Comes to Sherrow. Sherrow's free throw line jumper is good. Give her 12.
Sherrow was just in the right place at the right time. The ball being kicked around and not really cleared and contained by the Bears, and she knocked down that 15-footer.
Free going to work into the basket, and she's going to be called for a walk violation.
That's 11.
Looks like Martin Methodist wants to play a little bit quicker pace this half as well, too. Maybe sped the Bears upon, unrealistic, being not used to that quicker pace from Martin Methodist. 7:35 to go here in the third quarter. A.J. Reed will check in with the Bears' next dead ball. Shots up, rolls around the rim, no good. Burbridge will get the rebound. She gets it over to Stamper. Stamper's got Free, bounce pass, and that's going to be on McNary. That'll be her first team's second here in the third quarter.
Free with a really good job running the floor right there, receiving that pass, and probably lays that in if not for the foul.
So McLennan will check in for the Redhawks. They'll send Free to the free throw line. This will be her first trip today. On the season, 66%. First shot up and good. Give her a 5 on the afternoon. Reed will check in for Free if she makes this free throw. 36-33, Martin Methodist with the lead. Free's second free throw's off the back of the rim. Shooter's roll, goes in, give her 6, and Reed will check in for Free.
Friendly bounce right there, and the Bears once again going with this three-quarter court defense.
So Martin Methodist going to get across half court over to McNary, over to Walker. Walker gets over to Sherrow. Sherrow's three-pointer from the corner, from the wing is good, and give her 15. 39-34, good-looking shot.
Very good-looking shot. It's got her feet stepped into it, and release rotation, and drained it.
Feltner with a couple dribbles on the side. Going to get to the bucket. And I believe it's going to be on, I don't know if it's going to be Sherrow, potentially. It'll be on 10, Nicole Shirley. Be her second, team's third.
Sierra Feltner, I'm really impressed with her right at the end of the second quarter. She sort of went on a little run by herself, had a basket and assist to cut into the lead right before halftime.
Feltner's first shot's up, no good. 70% on the free throw line on the season. She'll have one more. Martin Methodist leading this one 39-34. Shooter's roll rattles around 39-35 Martin Methodist. McNary's going to push across half court. Being guarded by Feltner.
Bears need to stop right here.
Get over to Shirley, back over to Baker. Baker over to McNary. Shots up off the front of the rim, no good, and it'll be UPIKE basketball.
Martin Methodist with that slide screen and diagonal screen that Coach Wells talked about there in the first half. Got a good look, just not able to connect.
Burbridge is having a little trouble with her shoe, gets it put on. Now Martin Methodist is picking up man-to-man full court here.
Like you said earlier, Gary, maybe trying to pick up the pace a little bit, and I think that may play into our favor.
So Feltner's got the basketball, gets it over to Stamper. Stamper's going to try to get off with the basket, and I believe blocking violation be on Baker. It'll be her. I'm sorry, it's going to be on Jones, number 33, not Baker. It'll be her third, team's fourth.
I thought it was on Baker as well, Gary.
It's just the numbers are so close together where I can't see, and Walker will check in for Jones. Gets into Burbridge, back over to Englert. 20 on the shot clock. She'll drive to the basket. A lot of contact, no call. Gets over to Reed in the corner. 15 on the shot clock. A blocking violation. I think this might be on Cunningham, maybe?
I think this one may be Baker.
There we go, Baker. That's it. I'm sorry. That's her first, team's fifth. That should send Reed to the line shooting 2 shots. Lester will check back in, replacing Baker. Reed, 91% on the season come in today, but she's uncharacteristically 1 of 3 on the afternoon.
Good looking stroke there.
First shot's up and didn't give her 4. 39-36. Martin Methodist with 6:19 to go in the third quarter.
Coach
Reed
Williams diagramming something for his guards, maybe for the next trip down offensively.
Give Reed 5. McNary push it across half court, gets it over to no, it's not Pick, that's Shirley, I'm sorry, over to Walker. Shiro, they run that play, much better job defensively that time by Feltner. Shiro got bailed out by the whistle. Be on Feltner. Be her first, team second here in the third quarter.
I thought that was just good defense by Feltner there. She had her hands straight up to the sky, but whistled for the foul nonetheless.
Shiro to the line shooting 2 shots. First shot's good, give her 16 on the afternoon.
Bears need to secure this offensive or defensive rebound here in case of a miss.
That rattles around. You can tell her she's a shooter, 17 on the afternoon. Gets over to Englert, full court press. Very aggressive as well. Gets over to Burbridge. Burbridge looks. Nice composure, nice patient. Reed's 3-point from the corner is up and good. And the wing, give her 8.
Nice job by Burbridge coming up to catch that pass. She's tall enough to see over the defense and finds the shooter, Reed, for a wide open 3.
Lester goes inside to Walker, being guarded by Burbridge. The hook up and good. Nice move by Walker. Give her 8. And Martin Methodist will continue the press. 43-40, Martin Methodist with the lead. Englert will break the press all by herself. Got 20 on the shot clock. Drives to the basket. Cut off by Shirley. Shirley gets a hand on, dives out of bounds. 16 on the shot clock. The Bears will inbound the basketball from the side.
It's always a tough spot to inbound the basketball from here, deep in the corner, not underneath the basket, not up on the side. It's really a tough angle to run a lot of your sets.
Feltner over to Stamper, looking for Burbridge. Nope, going to go back to Reed. 10 on the shot clock. Drives to the basket. Couple more dribbles. Gathers herself. Give her 10 on the afternoon. 43-42, Martin Methodist.
Reed using that speed and athleticism to get deep in the paint and put it in off the glass.
Post pass. A nice job of Burbridge in denying that post pass where she had to throw it to one particular spot. Number 22, Addie Baird, will check back in for the Red Hawks, and she'll replace Shirley.
The Burbridge did a good job keeping her body on the offensive player's body, and she couldn't release to go get it, and the slides on out of bounds.
I believe we'll have a clock. We're going to go, so we've got a media timeout here with 43-42. Martin Methodist leading this one, 4:58 going to the third quarter. We'll be right back after this break. Welcome back to the Appalachian Wireless Arena. 4:58 to go here in the third quarter. Martin Methodist leading this one 43-42. And Jeff, you know, it was a 29-27 ball game at halftime, and coming out here a little bit more scoring here in the first half of the third quarter.
A little more flow, a little more pace. Both teams looking to attack on offense and actually, you know, scoring on those attacks. And in the first half, it seems like they missed some of those easy shots, both teams, and just couldn't get it to drop. And now some of those buckets are starting to go, and now the defense is going to have to tighten up, keep from fouling, and really make them earn it, especially, you know, Martin Methodist. UPIKE's got some good looks the last couple of trips, and I'm hoping that can continue here.
Well, you got Brianna Burbridge has had a nice game so far, and A.J. Reed to bring the basketball down for the Bears. He's had a good third quarter as well. 20 on the shot clock. Ball's going to be stolen from Reed, and then she will commit the foul. Be her first, team's third here in the third period.
Yes, just lost the handle there. Tried a little hesitation dribble. Lost the handle, and then I don't think the foul, she intended to foul, but fell on top of the.
43-42, Martin Methodist with the lead. 4:40 to go here in the third quarter. Got McNary working against Reed. Gets inside to Shiro. Gets it over to Lester. No, she fakes it. Felder, nice defense on the Shiro off the front of the rim. Burbridge gets another rebound. She's owning the glass today.
She does a good job. She knows where the ball's going to come off, right place, right time, and is able to go up and get it.
Reed from the corner, three up and good. Get for 13.
Good look by Reed, getting deep in that corner, making it hard for her man to get out there and cover her, and knocks it down.
Bears first lead in a long time, 45-43 over to Lester, looking inside to Walker. Gets over to Baird. Baird's three-pointer shots up off the back of the rim, no good. Walker, nice offensive rebound, up and in, give her 10.
Burbridge that time was fronting Walker, and then when the shot went up, she was actually, it's easier for Walker to block her out and get that offensive rebound and put it back in.
Engler's three's off the side, no good. Rebounded by Baird. Gonna push. Gets up to Lester. Lester being guarded by Reed. Over to Shiro. Shiro from deep. And off the front of the rim, no good. Burbridge with another rebound. Gets over to Reed. They're going to push. McNary was staying with the Reed. Gets over to Stamper. Stamper has Feltner in the corner. Feltner's three is up and good. 48-45. That's why UPIKE wants to play out here. He wants to play in this tempo right here.
It's working in our favor right now. I mean, another wide open three, that time from Sierra Feltner.
Gets it over to Baird. Baird working against Stamper. Couple of dribbles, gets back over to McNary. Being guarded by Reed. Got 15 on the shot clock. Trying to set a play here. Give it to Shero. Got 10 on the shot clock. Getting guarded by Feltner. Over to Walker. Walker going to drive against Burbridge. Going up, and they're going to call an offensive foul on Walker. Be her first, and that, which they're over the bonus, but they're going to shoot free throws on the offensive foul. So for the Bears, Holly will check in for Burbridge and Pickett. And Shirley will check back in for the Red Hawks, replacing Shero and Lester.
Burbridge doing a good job on that defensive possession, sliding her feet, not using her body, and really caused the offensive player to use her off arm to push off.
48-45 UPIKE, 2:59 to go here in the third quarter. Reed gets over to Stamper. Going to get back out to Reed. Got 18 on the shot clock. Reed's going to drive to the basket, and Body stops her. Shots up off the glass a little too hard. Pickett comes back in. Had a good first half. Making a presence known here in the third quarter already as well. McNary's going to push. She's a one-person fast break. She gets all the way to the glass. Nobody picks her up. Shots up off the back of the rim. No good. Another shot goes up. No good. Off the back of the rim. Stamper comes away with it. Reed's going to leak out. Can she catch up with it? She tries to, throws it back and out of bounds. Nice hustle by everybody's part there. The pass just got, you know, the pass didn't come up, Jeff. It kind of skipped versus bounds.
And that's the right idea. You know, the right idea, extend the floor, let's push the ball. And the execution was just a little off. But, you know, the right idea by the Bears to try to sneak one and get an easy one.
Free will check in for Reed there. So Feltner guarding McNary up front. Nice job from Sierra Feltner. Splits the double team, gets all the way to the basket. Euro step up and in, 50-45 UPIKE.
Great move by Sierra Feltner right there. Being active on defense, collecting, gathering the steal, and then what a finish down on the offensive end.
She has 10. Pass goes inside, post-up move by Shirley. And the Bears are going to continue with me. I'm sorry, Redhawks consider the press.
Yeah, the Redhawks right there sort of showing press and dropping back, maybe trying to prevent the Bears from getting another easy bucket.
Stamper over to Englert. Englert going to go down in the corner. Redhawks going to double team her. She's looking to get it over to Free, who swings over to Feltner. Nice pass. Feltner's three-pointer up in the corner. It's good.
Give Free a lot of credit there. The ball was a little bit late, and she couldn't catch it. She just knocked it over there for Feltner to knock down another three.
53-47. UPIKE had 27 points in the first half. They got 26 here in the third quarter.
Pretty good offensive production. I think Coach Williams will like that here when he has a chance to think about it.
Goes inside to Pickett. Pickett shots up off the rim, and it's good. Give her 13.
Great shot by Pickett, but a good defense by Stamper there, and just a really, really tough shot.
Gets over to Free. Under a minute to play in the third quarter. 53-49. Bears leading this one. Free. We'll call her come get her pick. No, she's not going to use it. A couple more dribbles. 15 on the shot clock. Gives over to Stamper, who's going to drive. Layup's no good. Nice job by Englert. Layup's no good. Walker corrals a rebound. Gets it over to Baird. Baird being guarded by Free. Gets over to McNary. McNary over to Shirley. Shirley's going to bring it back out. 20 on the shot clock. 30 on the game clock. Gets the inside to Pickett. Working against Stamford, the freshman. Pickett shots up good. She's a scorer.
And that's just a great shot. I mean, great defense. And sometimes, you can do all you can on defense, and they're still going to make that shot. And
give Pickett 15, 53-51. UPIKE leading this one. Got 10 seconds to go here in the third quarter. Free working against Baird. You can get over to the corner, over to Stamper. Stamper with 5 on the clock gets over to Feltner. Feltner rises up for a three. Shots up off the glass, no good. Hollier with offensive rebound, but the shot comes after the glass. So after 3 quarters of play, UPIKE leading this one. 53-51. We'll be right back after this commercial break. Welcome back to the Appalachian Wireless Arena after 3 quarters of play. UPIKE leading this one 53-51, Jeff. At halftime, it was 29-27 Martin Methodist. After end of 3 quarters, both teams played one on a scoring barrage here in the third quarter.
Well, we said that pace was going to be important when we came out in the third quarter. What we didn't know is how important it was really going to be, and both teams looking to push the pace and taking advantage of those opportunities.
Well, it's something, of course, UPIKE had first possession in the fourth quarter. You had you got Sierra Feltner in double figures for the Bears now. AJ Reed's in double figures for the Bears. So you're getting a lot of offensive production from different people, but also just the work on the backboard is key for the Bears right now.
Yeah, it is. And Burbridge still out catching her breath as we start this quarter, but I don't expect her to be out long.
Stanford's layup no good. Hollier, nice athletic play to get the offensive rebound. Shot up to Engler for three-pointer from the top of the keys, no good. Rebound to Hollier. No, it's on the floor. It's going to be a 50-50 ball. Who's going to come up with it? It's going to be a jump ball. A lot of action. Good hustle by both teams in there as well, too. I tell you, athletically, Zaire Hollier, number 35 of the Bears, very, very athletic.
Very quick hands. I noticed, she didn't get the rebound, but she was able to get a hand on it and keep it alive where maybe somebody else had an opportunity to get it.
Lester goes inside to Pickett. Pickett rises up. Shot's no good. Hollier got her hand on another rebound, unable to corral it, though, gives it to Lester. Got 19 on the shot clock. They're going to try to set a player. Give her to Pickett. Being guarded by Hollier over to Baird. Being guarded by England.
Keep trying to get Pickett that ball on the low block or close to the basket and let her jump up and shoot it over the defender.
5 on the shot clock, and they're going to call Sierra Feltner, I believe, with a push. That'll be Feltner's second, team's first here in the fourth quarter for Redhawks. Sherrill will check in. Parker will check in for the Bears along with Burbridge, who replace Englert and Stamper. So the first time today, you're going to see Zaire Hollier and Burbridge for the Bears, two athletic bigs.
Yes, very athletic, and maybe a little high-low action or block-to-block action for those young ladies.
Gets into Sherrill. We're going guarded by Feltner. Sherrill shots up no good. They're going to call that out of bounds on Burbridge, but I thought Pickett may knock it out of bounds. Maybe been over the back there for Burbridge, but the call is Redhawks basketball, 14 on the shot clock.
Like you said earlier, Gary, Lauren Pickett for Martin Methodist is very athletic. She's always around the basketball, and UPIKE's going to have to do something with her this last 9 minutes.
Shero shots up and good, give her 19. She is a scorer. Tied at 53. That's a 6-0 run by Martin Methodist. Feltner being guarded by Lester. Ball is going to be stolen by, I believe that is Shirley.
3-on-1 break for the running Redhawks.
Over to Shero. Shots no good. Zaire Hollier with a block. Feltner's got it. Let's see if they're going to push. Give it to Free. Free's going to get it down the floor. Coach Williams says push, push, push. Gets all the way down to the free throw line over to Burbridge. Over to Feltner. They're going to run a play. Got an 18 on the shot clock. Slips the screen from Burbridge. Shots up, no good. Feltner gets her own rebound. Her second shot's up and good. Give her 15 on the afternoon. The Bears leading this one 55-53.
Feltner hanging tough right there after the miss, getting her own rebound and put back to give the Bears the 2-point lead.
Lester over to Pickett. Back over to Shero. Shero gets it inside to Shirley. Shots up, no good. I believe it's going to be on Julia Parker. It is. It'll be her first, team second.
Shero, Pickett, and Walker, 17, 15, and 10 points respectively. They're really carrying the load for Martin Methodist here in this basketball game.
McNary will check in for Shero. Shirley will go to the line shooting 2 shots. Got 6 points on the afternoon. 2 of 2 from the free throw line today. Her shot's up and good. Make it 3 of 3.
Coach Evans probably trying to get Shero out of the game to give her a little break for the stretch run here with 8:05 left in the fourth quarter.
Shirley puts down a couple dribbles, bends the knees, holds the free throw, it's good, gives her 8. We're tied at 55 with 8:05 to go. Martin Methodist is going to pick up full court man-to-man to see how aggressive they get out of it. They're back out of it. Feltner over to Free. Free going to tag over to Feltner. Over, nope, not jump stop. Burbridge. The layup is good. A lot of contact. Fought it through it. Get Burbridge 11 points on the afternoon. Gets her another double-double. 57-55 UPIKE.
A lot of people want a foul right there. If they call that foul, she probably has to take it out of bounds underneath. By not calling it, she gets the easy bucket.
Pickett from the free throw line. Her jumper's no good off the front of the rim. Zaire Hollier with another rebound. Gets over to Feltner. Pass in a tough spot. Hustle back. McNary shots up. Off the front of the rim, no good. Feltner got to try to get the rebound. I think this might be on Pickett.
Yeah, it's on Pickett.
It'll be her third.
A little too aggressive going for the offensive rebound as Feltner already had position.
Shero will check in for Lester for the Redhawks. 57-55, UPIKE leading this one. We want to have a timeout, Martin Methodist. Let's see if this is going to be a 30 or a full. It's going to be a 30-second timeout. We'll leave it here with us during this 30-second timeout. 57-55, Jeff. 7:27 to go here. The Bears 22 of 50 from the floor, 44%. 5 of 13 from deep. They've hit 4 since the halftime. 8 of 12 from free throw line. They got 33 rebounds. Martin Methodist 23 of 56, 41%. 1 of 7 for deep. 8 of 10 from the free throw line. They got 28 rebounds. So the UPIKE is dead even at halftime, Jeff. And then the second half, the UPIKE is out rebounded Martin Methodist by 5 rebounds.
Yeah, and they, give these young ladies a lot of credit because one thing that's causing that's the defense. The defensive pressure has forced Martin Methodist into some of those missed shots, and we're able to corral those defensive rebounds and then get good looks going the other way. Interesting to see right here from Martin Methodist, the last defensive possession. They went man-to-man, showed a little pressure, dropped back out of it, but still tried to trap around midcourt. If that trap's successful, that could hurt UPIKE, but if it's not successful, look for UPIKE to maybe get some easy scoring opportunities if they beat that initial pressure.
Brianna Burbridge on the day, 11 points, 15 rebounds here. Feltner's got 15 points. Then Alexis Reed with 13 points on the afternoon as well. 57-55, UPIKE, 7:27 to go here in the third quarter. Free gets into Feltner, McNary guarding Feltner. A little Toka man-to-man pressure all the way down the floor. Gets a couple of dribbles. Get down to the corner, 20 on the shot clock. Gets over to Parker. Parker pulls back up, gets back here to Feltner. 15 on the shot clock. Gets to the free throw line, gets into Burbridge. Nice seal, nice layup. That's the reason she's an All-American candidate right there. She got 13.
She gets a basketball right there. There's nobody that can stop her. She's going to score or get fouled every time.
And then she hustled back on defense, and they say she didn't touch it. It's going to be UPIKE basketball. Big turn of event there. Brianna Burbridge, the senior leader there. Again, nice job with the seal like you're talking about, laying off the glass and then hustling all the way back. The person who scored the basket was all the way back as well. great leadership by the senior.
94 feet on the floor, and she ran every one of them to get this possession back for UPIKE.
Free can bring it down the floor, 25 on the shot clock. Gets over to Feltner, just saved inbounds by Pickett. Maybe a little unforced turnover there. McNary over to Walker. Walker's going to come down working against Hollier. Back over to McNary. They're going to run some offense. 20 on the shot clock. Gets over to Pickett. Being guarded by Burbridge. Look for him to try to run a cut for Cheryl. Go to that free throw line here. Here she comes. Walker being guarded by Hollier. Free throw line jumper good. Give her 12.
Tough looking shot right there. Martin Methodist running the flex offense. And Savannah Walker says, I'll take the 15-footer all day long.
59-57 UPIKE. 6:19 to go here in the fourth quarter. Feltner trying to drive to the basket. McNary pushes her out over to Parker, over to Free. Free turns down the shot, gets back over to Feltner on the baseline. 15 on the shot, getting tied to the senior Burbridge. Up and under. Give her 15.
Great offense again by the Bears. Didn't have it on the initial drive. Kicked it out the backside. One more pass. Hit Burbridge for a layup. Coach Williams will take that all day long.
Inside of McNary, her shot is up and good. 61-57. I'm not sure what happened here. Let's see.
Thought we had a timeout. I thought we may have had an injured player, too.
I believe that's what's happening. It is. Yeah, Pickett, I don't know exactly what she injured. It was more of an injury substitution there. 61-59, 5:54 to go here in the fourth quarter.
That stoppage makes it a little more difficult for UPIKE to get out in transition, and it gives Martin Methodist a chance to set up the pressure.
Engler over to Free. Free, dribble ball down the floor. Being guarded by Lester. Looking for Hollier or Burbridge. Got 15 on the shot clock. Engler dribbles around, gets a Hollier. Nice cut, nice seal. Shots up, no good, but I think they're going to have it might be on Jones. It is. It'd be her fourth, team's second here in the fourth quarter.
That was a good screen by Hollier. And when both defenders came with the ball handler, she made herself available, received the pass, and was fouled as she attempted that field goal.
Reed checks in for Free for the Bears, and then Baker would check in for Jones for the Redhawks. Hollier going to the line shooting 2 shots. 1 of 2 from the free throw line today. Shots up offside of the rim. The senior has 3 points and 3 rebounds on the afternoon. 61-59, Bears leading this one with 5:35 to go. Hollier bends the knees, shots up, back of the rim, no good. Burbridge battles for rebound, knocks out of bounds. It'll be Redhawks basketball. Pickett, I'm glad she's okay. She's able to check back in the ball game, and she's going to replace Baker.
Couple big defensive possessions right here for the Bears. Need a few stops.
McNary dribbling the ball down the floor, being guarded by Feldner. A lot of action on the inside there. No call. Cheryl over that free throw line jumper once again. Up and good. She's comfortable from there. She has 21. We're tied at 61.
Yeah, I've seen her hit 3 or 4 jump shots from that exact spot right there. You definitely want to run her off that spot. Make her put it on the floor and see if she can do something else.
Feldner crosses over McNary, gets to the glass, no good. Walker and Pickett battle for the rebound. Pickett comes away for the Redhawks. McNary is going to push for the Redhawks. Gets all the way to the rim, being guarded by Feldner. Shots up, no good. Foul on Sierra Feldner, be her third, team's third here in the fourth quarter. McNary should be going to line shooting 2 shots.
McNary has a lot of speed. You said it earlier, Gary. She's a one-man fast break, or one-woman fast break, excuse me, and she can get it down the floor in a hurry.
With 4:57 to go here in the fourth quarter, we're tied at 61. We'll be right back after this commercial break. Welcome back to the Appalachian Wireless Arena. 4:57 to go here in the fourth quarter. We're tied at 61. And, Jeff, you know, all that scoring that we had in the third quarter, it's kind of went away here in the fourth quarter. Now it's kind of more possession by possession.
Well, you're exactly right, Gary. To win basketball games, you have to win on the defensive end. 5 minutes left, 4 minutes and 57 seconds. We got a tie basketball game, and you know, quite honestly, the team that wins these games win more defensive possessions. They're able to get stops without fouling than the other team, and then execute on offense. Obviously, you have to score, but I'm sure Coach Cliff Williams in his timeout right there was emphasizing defense to his team.
So McNary will have 2 shots. This is her first triple in the afternoon from the free throw line. First shot's up, and it's good. Give her 3 points on the afternoon. She'll have 1 more shot. Couple of dribbles, bends the knees, holds the fall through, and it's good. Give her a 4, and the Martin Methodist have come back to take a 63-61 lead. Ready to be bringing the ball down for the Bears. Being guarded by Lester. Over to Englert. Englert being guarded there by Lester on the switch. Walker goes up to defend Englert. No good off the front of the rim. Pickett comes with another rebound. Pickett's got a double-double in the afternoon for the Red Hawks.
You know, Savannah Walker for Martin Methodist is 6'3", and she makes it very difficult on those guards when they penetrate in there.
Shiro's 3-pointer off the front rim, no good. Nice rebound by Burbage. Englert leaks out. Layup for the senior, it's good.
Good job by Englert right there, getting behind the defense and getting an easy 2 for the Bears.
Give Englert 8. I'm sorry, Englert's only a junior. She's only a senior, so we'll have her for 1 more year in the orange and black. Over to Lester. It's tied at 63 with 4:10 to go here in the 4th quarter. Gets over to Pickett. Pickett being guarded by Burbage. Feltner guarded McNary. Running Shiro off the baseline. I believe we're going to call Englert with the push. That'll be her 2nd, team's 4th in the 4th quarter.
Shiro, 21 points, and she's lining up on that low block. And give Martin Methodist a lot of credit on their offensive set. She has the freedom to cut off the baseline or cut to the elbow, and she's able to score from both of those positions.
20 on the shot clock. Gets into McNary. McNary's going to get all the way to the basket. Been guarded by Feltner off the rim. Good. Give her 6. Martin Methodist goes back by 2 once again. Feltner bring it down for the Bears. 3:50 to go here in the 4th quarter. 65-63 Martin Methodist.
A little bit of back and forth right here.
Over to Englert. Going to post up McNary. The running hook is good. She's in double figures.
Little jump hook right there by Englert. Made that look awful easy.
And on to Shiro. Englert back to guard her. Her shot's up, blocked by Englert. Englert's going to push. They got numbers. 4-on-2 fast break for the Bears. Over to Feltner. Feltner's going to pull it back out, going to attack the rim. Back over to Reed. Reed. She's going to attack the glass. No, back inside the Feltner. Got 19 on the shot clock. Over to Burbage. Burbage going to attack the glass. Up and in. She's got 17.
Great shot fake by Burbage right there. Got her defender off the feet. Gets by her and lays it in.
Burbage, Pickett, but Big Child defense down. They're tied to 67. I'll tell you what, Pickett and Burbage both showing why they're 2 of the better players in the Mid-South Conference. I also include Faith Shiro as well for the Red Hawks. Engler's going to drive. 67-67. Being guarded by McNary. Inside is Hollier. Hollier, nice pass over, baseline pass into Burbage. Let's see who the foul is going to be on. This might be on Lester.
Hollier just set a grown woman screen.
Let's see what the discussion is. It's going to be on Lester. It is. If you heard 2nd, team's 3rd. So there shouldn't be any shots, I don't believe. Shirley will check back in for the Red Hawks. Free replace Englert.
Hollier and Burbage are tough to handle down inside.
I wouldn't be surprised if this will be the closing lineup for the Bears today. Free get the ball in bounds, trying to somebody. Throws it up for Feltner. Goes above McNary. McNary, nice hustle, but the ball goes out of bounds.
Very nice hustle right there. And UPIKE not really able to come out of there with a clean set on that inbounds play, but gets to retain possession with 18 seconds left on the shot clock.
Free gets in. I tell you what, Coach Wills talked about in the first half how Martin Methodist does a good job of just making that difficult to get the ball inbounds. 10 on the shot clock. Reed lines over to Free. Free to Burbage. Burbage 3 from the corner. Doesn't draw anything. Nice job of Felton with the steal to Burbage, and they're going to call McNary, I believe, on the hold. It is. I mean, they're here. 2nd, team's 4th, I believe. Yes, it's their 4th foul in the 4th quarter. So from here on out, outside of offensive fouls, both teams will be shooting the double bonus.
That was a good eye right there, Gary. I couldn't tell who they were going to call that foul on. There were bodies all over the floor.
Free into A.J. Reed. Gets all the way to the basket, over to Burbage. Got 15 on the shot clock, over to Free. Hollier slips the screen. Over to Burbage, nice interior passing. Reed from deep, off the front of the rim, no good. Hollier, athletic play, get her in a battle for rebound to keep the possession alive. Ball out of bounds on the Red Hawks. Bears will have the possession with 20 on the shot clock. Baird will check in for the Red Hawks. I think UPIKE's going to call a timeout. Let's see if it's going to be a 30-second timeout. We'll keep it here with us, Jeff. And I tell you, the action has been back and forth. It's a lot of offensive action that third quarter. Here in the fourth quarter, not so much. Really slowed down, but now you can start to see each possession much more important.
It's much more important. You have to value every possession, and I look for here coming out of this timeout, maybe Coach Williams, you know, the last couple of possessions that UPIKE's had the ball, Hollier and Burbage down inside have a big advantage. And if it clogs up, if you can't get it to those ladies, the three is going to be there. And if I'm a shooter, I've got all kinds of confidence to shoot it because chances are one of those two are going to get it and put it back in. So interesting to see what Coach Cliff Williams drew up in that timeout right here.
I'd definitely be surprised if Burbage doesn't touch the basketball in this next 20 seconds. Free gets it inside of him again. It gets inbound to Feltner, who's going to attack the glass. Going to go over to Free. Pass a little bit late. Free's going to attack over to Feltner from the corner. They're going to call her for a walking violation. That's the first one we've seen in a long time.
It's number 12 on the day.
Number 12 on the day. Lester checked back in for the Red Hawks, and she's going to replace Baird. So it might be a situation where you have offense-defense substitution.
Feltner tried to get the ball to Burbage on that last possession and give Martin Methodist a lot of credit for denying her that pass. And
1 or 2 minutes to play here in the fourth quarter, 67-67. 20 on the shot clock for Martin Methodist. Nice job of Haley Free. And there's another walk violation. Haley Free did a great job there. Shiro was trying to get to that free throw line for another jump there. Free jumped the passing lane there and caused the walking violation.
Well, a couple possessions earlier, she got caught on that screen and cost, really 2 points. Gave her that open look, and that time she fought over the top and helped force the turnover.
A foul call on Lester, I believe. It is on Lester. It'll be her third, team's fifth. That was send Feltner to the line to shoot 2 shots. Nicole Shirley will check back in for the Red Hawks, replacing Lester.
And these free throws, as we come down the stretch, are going to be very important.
Feltner 1 and 2 from the free throw line today. Shots up. About the back of the rim, no good. 67-67. Feltner's got 15 points on the afternoon. She'll have one more shot. Tied at 67. 1:41 to go in the fourth quarter. Second shot's up and good. The Bears leading this one 68-67.
Big defensive possession right here for the UPIKE Bears.
McNary gets over to Shirley. Shirley's going to dribble at the top of the key. Gets over to McNary. Got 20 on the shot clock. Being guarded by Feltner. Pickett comes out, and Shirley comes out. Over to McNary. Run for something to try to attack the basket. Feltner defense. McNary's shots up and good. Give her 8.
Ran that ISO with McNary right there. Got the whole left side cleared out for her, and she was able to finish.
Well, that's going to be McNary going to pick up her third personal foul. And that should send Reed to the line, the Bears' best free throw shooter. Baird will check in for the Red Hawks, replacing Shirley. Reed on the afternoon, she has 13 points. And she's also 3 of 5 from the free throw line. Coming today, 92%. Uncharacteristically missing a couple free throws today, but the last time she missed a free throw, she gathered herself, she made the second one.
That's the thing. A good free throw shooter, when they miss a few, they tend to get a little frustrated. They put so much pressure on themselves, and then she, drains that one.
Tied at 69. Reed has 14. Got a minute and 5 seconds to go. McNary working up front, over to Shiro, over to Pickett, over to McNary. McNary's working over to Baird. Pickett, fade away, no good. To Zira Hollier, I'm telling you, she's athletic.
She's very athletic.
Got
she's
high
very
on that
fast.
rebound. 45 seconds to go here. 24 on the shot clock. Going to use a pick from Hollier. Feltner looking to the inside. They had Burbage on the inside. And we're going to timeout by UPIKE. Let's see if it's a 30 or a full. With a 30-second timeout, we'll stay right here, Jeff. So you got, again, we talked about the importance of each possession. 69-69, 38 seconds to go here in the fourth quarter. 17 on the shot clock, and you're inbounding the basketball from the side. What would you look for here?
Plenty of time. You don't really have to be in any rush, although you would like to try to make something go pretty quick. You may be able to get a 2-for-1 here. So if I'm Coach Cliff Williams, I'm going to draw up something. I'm going to go pretty quick, and I'm going to try to get it in the hands of Burbage. I'm going to try to run a little high-low, a high screen with a drag on the backside, and if I don't have her in the post, I'm looking for Alexis Reed from the three-point line.
So for the Bears on the floor, you got Free and Reed, Burbage, Hollier, and Felton. Free to throw inbound, throw in play. Over to Hollier, back to Free. 15 on the shot clock, being guarded by Shero. Free's going to drive to the basket. They don't stop her, pulls up off the glass, no good. Burbage battles for rebounds, and we'll say Red Hawks basketball. 20 seconds, let's see if it's going to be a 30 or a full. The official's asking, it's going to be a timeout, Martin Methodist. And it's going to be a 30-second timeout, so we'll stay here. So, Jeff, now the tides have turned here. You know, they don't have a 2-for-1 situation. Martin Methodist can hold it for the last shot here. Shot clock's off.
You just got to play defense. And I've known coaches who try all kinds of different things here. You maybe try a run and jump. You maybe try to put a little bit of pressure, maybe force them into a turnover. But if you don't, you're going to give up an easy look. So I think Coach Williams he's a defensive-minded coach. I think he's going to come down. We're just going to play good defense without fouling, and we're going to get a rebound. And if we go to overtime, we go to overtime. If we've got time, we're going to try to push and try to get something in transition.
Yeah, offensively, you think of one, Faith Shero has made a living. She's got 21 day from our free throw line. So you can either look for Shero from a free throw line or maybe even pick it on a post as well, too. Walker's played well today for the Red Hawks also. They get the ball inside to pick it over to McNary. We're down to 20 on the game clock. Being guarded by Felton.
Same play they ran all night. Cheryl coming back up top off the screen.
And Free cut it off. Nice job by Haley Free. Got 13 on the game clock. McNary, they're going to try to run it again, I believe. Another timeout here by Martin Methodist. Let's see if it's going to be a third or a full. I've been standing up. I want to say it's a 30-second. It is a 30. We'll keep it with us here, Jeff. So now, and then you also have Nicole Shirley just check back in the game for the Bears. So you're exactly right. They've got 10 seconds to go, 69-69. But that last offense possession, they tried to run the same exact play for Faith Shero, and Haley Free did a good job of cutting off that lane.
Well, she's the last 2 or 3 times they've tried to run that play. She's done a very good job of fighting through, between, or over top of those screens. And if I'm Martin Methodist, evidently they've got a lot of confidence in that offensive set, and they've got time to run it again. Now, what you may try to do instead of that pass coming out over the top is slip one of those screeners to the basket.
Let's see what happens here. Inbounds into Shero. A little different. They're going to go over to Shirley. Going to be guarded by Burbage. She gets all the way to the basket. Going to be a lot of action on the floor. Shots blocked. We're going to go to overtime.
Free basketball.
Free basketball. So nice defensive effort there by the Bears. And we're going to go to overtime. We're tied at 69. We'll be right back after this commercial break. Welcome back to the Appalachian Wireless Arena. And Jeff, free basketball on the Saturday afternoon.
Well, there's nothing better. I mean,
tied at 69. So through regulation, the Bears were 27 of 59 from the floor, 45%, 5 of 15 from deep, 10 of 18 from the free throw line. That's where it's going to come back to haunt the Bears. Hopefully they could have won this game in regulation. And they have 37 rebounds, 9 assists, 19 turnovers from Martin Methodist. 29 of 66 from the floor, 1 of 8 from deep, 10 12 from free throw line, and 31 rebounds, 11 assists, and 15 turnovers. And so we're here to start the overtime. Zaire Hollier and Savannah Walker will jump circle.
give Burbage a lot of credit defensively on that last possession of regulation for defending without fouling.
Zaire Holler will control the tip. Burbage gets over to Free. Free is working against Shiro. Goes over to Reed. Bounce pass. They're going to double team Reed. Back over to Free. Feltner cuts to the middle. Layup off the glass. No good. Burbage gets a hand on. Zaire Holler was able to bring it in. McNary, again, one person fast break. Gets the end to end very quickly. Over to Nicole Shirley. Backs it back out. Being guarded by Burbage. Pickett being guarded by Feltner on the inside. Pickett shots up and good. Give Pickett 21.
You get if Pickett gets the basketball there, she's very hard to defend. She's athletic. She's handles it well, and we've seen her. A lot of her 21 points have came from right there inside the paint.
Reed drinks always the glass. Layup and good. Give her 16.
It's a great move by Reed right there to get to the glass and finish.
Tied at 71. Shirley over to McNary. Let's see if they try to run something for Shiro here at this free throw line. Once again, they've run it all afternoon. They try to run it one more time. Shiro catch, shoot. Shots up and back of the rim, no good. Zaire Hollier, she's earned more minutes, I tell you that.
Yes, she has. She's played very well here in the second half.
Reed gets away with the push-off, I believe, over to Haley Free. The three is up and off the back of the rim, no good. Nicole Shirley with the rebound. Free's going to try to pressure. Burbage plays a passing lane. They got numbers. McNary get all the way to the glass. Shots up, no good. Hollier's able to knock it up to Walker. Walker catches. He's on the inline. Bears the basketball.
I was going to say I can see that from up here. Surely to goodness we'll get that call, and we did. Definitely on the line when she got that rebound.
Lester check back in for the Redhawks, and she'll replace Shirley. So now you're going to start looking at fatigue. You know, the Bears had this lineup on the floor for the last 4 minutes of the ball of regulation, and now you're looking to overtime too.
Yeah, and I see a few hands on some hips out there, but I think overall we may have to gut one out for the last 3 minutes.
Reed over to Hollier, over to Free, back over to Feltner from the corner. Free is up off the front rim, no good. Pickett with the rebound, she's going to push. The pass over to Shiro. Shiro's able to run it down, gets over to McNary. Pickett on the post against A.J. Reed. She attacks. Rim no good, and they're going to call Sierra Feltner, I believe. Or might be on Free. They're going to throw on Feltner, be her fourth. They're 5 on the team, so Bill send Pickett to the free throw line.
Well, Pickett was so deep right there, and she, you know, I just said a few minutes ago, she's almost automatic, and almost like we conceded that layup, and then she missed it. And
1 of 2 from the free throw line today. First shot rattles off the rim, no good. 19 points and 12 rebounds.
It's a pretty good day at the office right there, Mr. Gary Justice.
For the senior from Monticello, Indiana. Done a couple dribble shots up. This one's good. Give her 20. I'm sorry. No, she has 22. 72-71 Martin Methodist.
Bears need a good look here. Only 2 points here in this overtime.
Feltner going to basketball over to Free. Free working against Shiro. 15 on the shot over to Hollier. Hollier to the line. Tell you, she has 5. And she can get to that rim anytime she wants to.
Yes, she can. Catches in the high post. Done a good job squaring up and finishing.
73-72 Bears leading this one. 2:35 to go. Backdoor cut by McNary. Shots up no good. Zaire Hollier with another rebound. The senior has come to play.
If you're Martin Methodist, that's the look you want. You got to lay up. You can't get it to drop. And now UPIKE with a chance to extend this lead.
Just got to run the set here and get a basket over to Free. Going to try to attack the middle. Over to Feltner, who's going to try to attack to the middle as well. Gets a Hollier. Hollier gets a pump fake over to Burbage. Nice interior passing. Burbage goes up. The shot's no good. I think they're going to get Shiro with the hold. It is on Shiro. It'll be her second team's 5th. Burbage will go to the line shooting 2 shots. Englert will come in, and she will replace Feltner. I think this might be an offensive-defensive type substitution. Make sure on Shiro, I read somebody who is fresh at her as well.
Burbage did a great job on that last offensive possession, keeping her man on her hip, and give Hollier a lot of credit for delivering that pass.
Listen to this there. That's Burbage's 18th point. She got 16 rebounds as well.
Well, she's consistent.
She's consistent. Shots, her second free throw is up, and it's good as well. give her 19. She's 3 of 3 from the free throw line today as well. Bears leading this one by 3.
Big possession defensively here for the UPIKE Bears.
She gets over to Shiro. Shiro, 3 shots up, and it's good. Rattles in, give her 24. We're tied at 75.
Shero rising up to the occasion for Martin Methodist.
The junior from Dyersburg, Tennessee. Reed dribbling on front, 20 on the shot clock, gets over to Free, over to Englert. Englert working against McNary. Looking for Burbridge on the inside, nice post, shot goes up and no good, but Pickett's gonna be called for her 4th foul. And I'll send the senior back to the free throw line for 2 more shots.
Well, definitely the last couple of possessions, and I'm sure it's going to be the case for the rest of this game. The Lady Bears from the University of Pikeville are going to feed Burbridge the basketball.
Burbridge gets her 20th point on the afternoon. She's 4 of 4 from the free throw line. Triples, bends the knees, holds the follow through. That shot is good as well. Give her 21. It's going to be a 30-second timeout here by the Bears. We'll keep right with us here, Jeff. So the Bears have took a while to score a bucket here in overtime, but now they're capitalizing on their free throws attempts, and they're getting a lot of buckets moving to the basket too. Burbridge and Holliers really dominated this overtime for the Bears.
They've been just pounding the ball inside, and Martin Methodist really with no answer. They've been forced to foul the last couple of possessions, and Burbridge, collecting on those from the charity stripe. And I'm sure Coach Williams right here on defense is, talking stops. They're going to keep doing what they're doing on offense, but on this defensive end, they've got to get a stop and a rebound.
So it's final 135. Again, for the Bears offensively, look for them to keep on going to Burbridge and Hollier. For the Red Hawks, look for the Shero and Pickett. And maybe even Walker. We haven't called Walker's name for a while as well, but she's got 12 on the afternoon. 77-75, 1:30 to go here in overtime. McNary over to Lester. Looking for Walker on the post against Holler. And they find her Shero. Reed pokes away from Shero. Hustle for the basketball. Let's see if they're going to call the foul on. It's going to be on Shero. That'll be her 3rd. And now send A.J. Reed to the line shooting 2 shots. Nicole Shirley checked back in for the Red Hawks, replacing Lester. Excellent job defensively there, Jeff.
This is a great job defensively. And A.J. just switched. Instead of trying to fight through the screen, they switched. And not only just switched, she switched to deny the basketball, played the passing lane, and has earned a trip to the free throw line.
She got 16. Give her 17. Makes her 5 of 8 from the free throw line. She closed out several games this year from the free throw line for the Bears. Coming the game shooting 92%. Second shot's up, and it's good too. 79-75 Bears. 1:24 to go here in overtime.
Got to show some toughness right here. Up 4, minute 20 left. We need another stop and a rebound.
McNary over to Walker. Walker looking for Shirley. Shirley being guarded by England. Over to McNary, being guarded by Reed, who tried to run Cheryl off that screen. She got against Engler. Engler's going to switch over to Pickett. The ball is going to be too high, out of bounds. UPIKE basketball with 1:04 to go.
In your pregame interview with Coach Williams, he said he thought they got out toughed on the first game of the year, so to speak, that they had to match the toughness that Martin Methodist had in that first matchup.
Lester will check in for the Red Hawks, replacing McNary. 79-75, 1:04 to go here in overtime. Englert into Reed. Being guarded by Lester. Reed can bring the ball down the floor. She'll break the press all by herself. I think it's going to be on Lester. Be her 4th. That'll send Reed back to the line shooting 2 more shots.
Good job by EJ right there. Really keeping, like you said, keeping the possession of the basketball, not forcing anything, and drawing the foul.
Kind of a surprising substitution. They substituted Shero out here. Reed's free throw is no good, 79-75.
Taking her out of the game is very surprising.
I can understand if it's offensive, defensive type switch, but they was already shooting free throws. But however, A.J. Reed misses her first shot. Second one's good, 80-75 Bears. Timeout called by the Martin Methodist Red Hawks. So let's see. Let's see if it's going to be a 30 or a full. Let's see. Let's see if it's a 30 or a full. Is ask them, and it is going to be a 30-second timeout. Cheryl will check back in for the Red Hawks. Really, I don't unless it's just a drink of water or something, Jeff.
Right, yeah, I don't.
But I would be surprised if she was not going to be on the floor, especially offensively for the Red Hawks.
Yeah, that sort of surprised me as well. I'm not sure why McNary's out of the basketball game. She ran a couple good sets earlier, just sort of clear outs, was able to go one-on-one and finish.
But so a game reset, 53.8 seconds ago. UPIKE leading this one 80-75. Both teams are in the bonus, so any foul, we'll be shooting free throws. Cheryl goes over to Shirley. She goes back over to Lester. Being guarded by Reed. Gets over to Cheryl. Threes up. Off the side of the rim, no good. Nice job rebound by Shirley. Rebounded by Pickett. Pickett goes up. Shot, no good. Burbage gets a rebound, and she's going to be fouled.
You know, Burbage didn't get the first rebound or maybe the second rebound, but if you don't put a body on her, she's going to come out there with that basketball.
You know, and Pickett did a nice job for Martin Methodist to get a couple offensive rebounds. He couldn't get the shot to go there. But that foul is going to be on Nicole Shirley, be her third. Burbage go back to the line shooting 2 shots. He's got 21 on the afternoon.
And another rebound, 17, 18 rebounds now.
Burbage, the stats haven't updated quite yet, but I think she has to be. She was at 16 last time it updated. I think she's got 2 rebounds since then. She's got 22 points. Perfect from the free throw line today. She has 23.
And her confidence really has to carry through to the rest of her teammates. I mean, she's made her free throws. She's getting rebounds. She's scoring a basketball and really played well here in the fourth quarter and overtime.
Well, let's see if they're going to keep this as a 30. It's going to be a full timeout. I'll tell you what, we'll be right back after this commercial break. Welcome back to the Appalachian Wireless Arena. 38.4 seconds ago, 82-75. UPIKE leading this one. Shirley gets into Shiro. Back over to Shirley. Gets over to Lester. Being guarded by Reed. Shiro. Oh, nice job. Nice slip screen there to Cunningham.
There's a slip screen I thought may have came earlier, but
Engler bringing basketball down the floor. 82-77. I tell you, Engler did a nice job to dribbling. She was trying to avoid the foul as well.
It reminded me of somebody playing flag football.
Yes.
It was like, not wanting to be fouled, but
Engler's got 10 on the afternoon, her first trip to the free throw line. The junior from Adair, Ohio. First shot's up, side of the rim. It's one thing Coach Williams is probably sure going to point out to his team about just free throw shooting on the afternoon. Second shot's no good.
May spend a little extra time at the charity stripe tomorrow.
Shiro gets a rebound. Lester pushes it down. And then Haley Free commits the foul, be her second.
Yeah, Coach Williams doesn't seem too upset, but I'm sure he's not real happy with that foul.
That should send Cunningham to the line. Big Cunningham's first trip to the free throw line today. Got 2 points.
Foul there keeps that clock from moving and makes the
first shot barely draws iron. McNary will check back in here for the Red Hawks. And Baker will check back in for the Red. I don't know why the subs are not coming in. McNary is not checking in.
It's odd. I know. I'm sure Coach Evans has his reasons, but
and Cunningham will miss both of them. Engler will get the rebound.
Pretty much should pretty much do it.
Hollier. It's a hard foul at half court there. Engler will draw another foul.
It was definitely a hard foul. I was watching the ball.
Yeah, I was too.
I watched the pass, and I looked up. And
so Engler was 0 of 2 her last trip to the free throw line. 82-75. UPIKE winning this one.
Maybe discussing some kind of.
It's going to win number 10, Nicole Shirley, her fourth. And they will send Engler back to the line, shoot 2 shots. Got 10 points in the afternoon. Again, she just missed her last 2. Let's see if she can knock these in. Rattles around. Savannah Walker looks like she may be checking in for Red Hawks potentially, or maybe just a coaching opportunity for Coach Evans.
I believe you're right, Gary.
Englert's second shot's up, good. Give her 11 on the afternoon, 83-77. Stolen by A.J. Reed. That should seal it for the Bears. The Bears will move to 11-5. Well, and Cunningham is going to be whistled for the foul, be her third. I'll send A.J. Reed to the line, an opportunity to, she has 19 on the afternoon, give her an opportunity to get a 20. She's 7 of 11 from the free throw line.
Very uncharacteristic of that young lady, but still overall very good basketball game here this afternoon.
Give her 20.
It'll be an 8-2 run here to close it out. The Bears led 2 with 1:35 left.
I'll tell you what, so UPIKE will run the record to 11 wins and 5 losses. They'll move to 8-5 on the season in conference. Winners of 5 of their last 6, and then Martin Methodist Redhawks will move to 3-6 overall and 2-6 in the conference. The Bears' next game will be on January the 28th. They'll travel to Campbellsville to take on the Tigers.